Hi, Sanford Smith here with Penn State Extension. Today we're going to be talking about teaching forestry and wildlife through music. And I'm joined by Wagner, who's a popular folk singer here in Pennsylvania, and he's also an alum in our School of Forest Resources, which is now the Department of Ecosystem Science and Management at Penn State. Van, it's great to have you here today.
Thank you, Sandy. It's great to be here.
I've known you for about 20 years and admired you and your music and your mission, so to speak, to teach people about natural resources and forestry through song. Of course, he does it in many other ways. He's a high school environmental science teacher, VOAG teacher. So Van, you've written so many songs. There's one called Be a Tree. Can you tell us a little bit about that song or play a few chords?
Yeah, why don't I give you a taste of the song and then we can talk about some of the lyrics.
Okay.
So, never did this out in the middle of the woods before. Oh, if I could be anyone but me, I wonder who I would be. And if you could be any type of tree, tell me, what would you be? So when I wrote that, I think I was starting out just thinking about all the different trees and that if I could be a tree, what tree would it be? And I've never answered that question. I don't know. I ask my audiences, what kind of tree, and I get some really thoughtful answers, and then I get funny answers like a money tree.
Let's talk about a wildlife song, for example. You've got a lot of those, and I love every one of them.
So this is a song I wrote with my brother Ollie about our Pennsylvania black bears. I'll give you just enough of it. It goes like this. Up on the mountain, you can see it from the road. There's a field of rocks where nothing seems to grow. My dad told me that's a spot on the hill where the bears come to dance when the moon it is filled. Where they dance, where they dance. So a song about the forest being cleared out by dancing bears. Because when I was a kid going by Lock Haven on our way to the hunting camp, Dad would point up at those boulder fields and he called them bear spots.
Okay.
But we said, well, why is it called a bear spot? Well, because the bears would get together on a full moon and they would dance and knock down all the trees and the blueberry bushes. And so.
Now that's more of a cultural kind of history thing, but many of your songs, people actually learn a lot about the biology of organisms, plants, wildlife.
What I try to do when I write those songs is put factual stuff in there. So for example, what often surprises my audiences is the mountain lion was last confirmed in Berks County, Pennsylvania in the 1870s.
Okay.
And so I find folks are going, Berks County? Why not Potter County? Why not Clinton County? Why not Tioga, the northern tier?
Yeah.
And so it's a good conversation when we get to talk about like habitat destruction. The northern tier was destroyed by the 1800s, and you had these agricultural communities where I think the mountain lion was able to hang on, feeding off of calves and lambs and whatnot down in Berks County.
Sure.
Time of the Mingwa and the Andastes, there were wolves, there were bears in the rocks and trees. It was just the way things were in this land. But the thing that put fear in the hearts of men was the scream of the cat, wrote Thomas Penn as he slept in the wilderness as a young man. Call them panthers, call them catamount, mountain lion have all been hunted out, but stories stay to this day. Gives you a taste. I never did it on banjo, that's kind of fun.
That sounded very good. Any other songs you want to share with us today?
Yeah, sure. So this is a song called Crosscut Saw that if we're going to be talking about forestry education, this is my forestry education song. This is
okay.
if a group invites me to present and the subject material is forestry, I need to do this song. So I'll give you just a taste of it. Here's the chorus. All I need is my crosscut saw, my double bit axe and 80 trees to fall. The spring it's coming, I can smell it all around, and my soul's being tempted by that high water sound. So a song about the log rafting era of the 1800s, and 3 chords, and I think it took me 10 minutes to write, but my goodness, that song has probably made me more friends and opened more doors for me than anything else I've written. It's amazing.
It's the power of music, isn't it?
Exactly, and
Yeah.
that's what this conversation is all about, is as an educator, you're looking for things to engage your students, your audience, whoever it may be.
It's a real pleasure to have had Van here today, and I want to thank you folks for listening, and I want to thank you, Van, for joining us.
Thanks, Andy.
Yeah.